What up, guys? Welcome to our channel. I am headed to the grocery store today. You just get me today. Becca's at work. So typically, you guys, I go to grocery shopping and do all my meal prepping and stuff on the weekends. But with the huge blizzard that we got here in Colorado, I definitely did not make it to the grocery store. So I am going today. I've got my sidekick. I got Luca. He doesn't want to be in front of the camera, apparently. But we're headed out. When I get back, I will show you guys what I get. Give you kind of a sneak peek into like how I eat during the week, how to keep it simple, especially when you don't have a lot of time for meal prepping and making extravagant things, and just how to make it realistic. So when I get back, I'll show you guys, but I'm headed out, so I'll catch you guys in a few. What's up, you guys? I made it back from grocery shopping. I am putting stuff away, so I thought I'd show you a little bit about what I get. This camera is so close, it's like so in your face. It's fine. Alright, so anyway, let me turn this around, show you guys. I only got a few things today. I wasn't completely out of everything, but guys, ground turkey, my go-to. I always have some on hand. It's super easy, super fast to just fry up and eat it with rice or pasta or potatoes. Cheese, I've been going through a cheese phase, so I have been getting cheese. Hash browns, you guys, again, super fast, easy for a really good breakfast or lunch, even dinner if you're just kind of feeling lazy. Got egg whites. I get hot sauce for Damien because he loves it and he puts it on everything and I don't, but I thought I would get it for him. And randomly, oh hey Luca, randomly I get cocoa powder, and I get cocoa powder because I put it in my oatmeal. Luca, stop it. I put it in my oatmeal, you guys, because it's one, really good, and two, it this might be like some TMI for you guys, but like it actually really helps with like staying regular. Okay, I'm not like, that sounds so weird. You'd think like oatmeal would be enough, but seriously, throwing chocolate in there like just does a trick every time. I'm not even gonna lie. So I usually put it in my oatmeal with like some cinnamon, peanut butter, and then I get like this almond protein milk that I put on top, and it's so good, you guys. Becca used to eat it that way too. I'm gonna speak for her because she's not here. But she found out that chocolate actually gives her migraines, so she doesn't eat chocolate anymore, which means she doesn't put that in her oatmeal anymore, which is a bummer. But I do still enjoy it that way. So I got that as well because I'm out. But yeah, guys, that's the extent of my little shopping spree today. Like I said, I didn't need a lot of stuff. I just needed to kind of refill on some things, so. On that note though, I am going to go make myself some lunch. Alright guys, I am done with lunch. It was very good. Super simple, as you could tell. And honestly, you guys, sometimes I'll make that and just make like double or triple the amount, and it'll last me like a few days to a week. Obviously, I don't like to go, I always think that like poultry and meat after like a few days tastes weird, so I don't like to prolong it super far out. So I'll usually just make enough for like 2 days, maybe 3 days. But like I said, super simple, really good. It was followed with a coffee with a homemade soft top, which was also delicious. We showed you guys how we make our coffees with the soft top in the last video, so if you haven't caught that, I would highly recommend going back and watching that. Otherwise, you're missing out. But you guys, I wanted to talk to you guys about macros and calories, and Becca and I both get this question a lot, is like, if we count calories or macros, or like, what's the difference? How do you count macros especially? So I just want to take you guys like on a quick little like tutorial on counting macros and how we do it, and if we do it, and all of that, right, etc. So as of right now, neither Becca nor I are strictly counting macros. Neither of us ever count just calories. We started off doing that when we first started our health journeys. But as we learned a little bit more about nutrition and macros and counting them and how it can really work into, you know, your training, especially when you have like aesthetic physique goals, we both stopped counting calories and started counting macros. Now, if you don't know what the difference is, I'm going to explain it, and I'm going to try to keep it really simple and brief. It's not as complicated as it seems and as everybody can make it sound, okay? So, counting calories, you guys, is literally just counting the amount of calories that you're eating throughout the day, okay? It doesn't matter what types of foods you're eating, whether it's carbs, whether it's fats, whether it's proteins, it doesn't matter. You're just trying to reach a certain caloric number, right, at the end of each excuse me, at the end of each day. Okay, counting macros can feel a little bit more complex than that, only because you're starting to pay more attention to the types of food that you're eating. But personally, I think that it's a really helpful tool to know how to use, counting macros. When you're trying to change your mindset, like if you're stuck in a rut, like you feel like you freak out every time you go over your calories, or, you know, if you aren't getting all your calories in, or if you're really just struggling with the idea of food and your weight, and you're just having that, like, it's just a challenge for you, I think counting macros is really helpful. And it's helpful because it helps you change your mentality about food as fuel. And the reason I say that is because when you count macros, you guys, you focus on carbs, proteins, and fats, and how much of each you're getting. Okay, so I wrote down like this really simple chart. I'm going to turn the camera around and show you so that you can visually see how counting macros relates to calories. Okay, so hold on one second. Let me turn you around. Okay, cool. I have my chart, guys. Super simple chart. But it's because this is simple. Okay, macros is, it's not if I can talk, I'll tell you what I'm trying to say. Macros aren't complicated, you guys. So I wrote this down, okay? This is how simple it really is, all right? So, guys, when we're talking about macros and calories, when you count one, you're inadvertently counting the other, okay? They are not standalone, okay? They work together. So, I just wrote down all the numbers to keep it simple for you guys, okay? So, when we're talking about macronutrients, you guys, there are 3 of them: carbs, protein, and fat, okay? So, 1 gram of carbs, you guys, equals 4 calories. 1 gram of protein, sorry, I can't see, so I'm just... okay, 1 gram of protein also equals 4 calories, okay? And 1 gram of fat equals 9 calories, okay? So, for an example, let's just say, I don't know, I'm just going to pull something out here. Let's say you have 1 egg, okay? And let's just say, for this example's sake, to keep it simple, that the only macronutrient in an egg is protein, which is not true, but we're just going to say it is for the sake of this argument. Okay, then let's say you have 8 grams of protein in 1 egg. Okay, so in order to figure out how many calories you have in that egg, you're going to take 8, because there's 8 grams of protein, right? And you're going to multiply that by 4, because there are 4 calories per 1 gram of protein, okay? So in this scenario, the egg would have 32 calories in it, okay? Simple as that. That's how it works. They work together, okay? The only difference, okay, when you're counting calories versus macros, you guys, is when you count macros, you're focusing on the types of food that you're eating, right? So you're going to be a little bit more specific with how many of your calories are coming from either carbs, proteins, and fat. And the benefit to doing that is because while at the end of the day, it is calories in versus calories out, you know, for fat loss, if you have more specific goals like fat loss and muscle gain and like toning and leaning up or whatever, what have you, your body actually responds really differently to each macronutrient. And sometimes, depending on what your goals are, it responds better to others or to one than others. Okay, so that's why like counting macros can be a little bit helpful if you have really specific goals. And to be quite honest with you guys, like when Becca and I first started our health and fitness journeys, we both counted calories, and it caused me personally a lot of anxiety, right? Like you're trying to eat low cal and you realize, you know, you've already gone over your calories and it's like barely, you know, halfway through the day and you're just stressed and all you can think about is that number, right? That you're trying to meet and not go over every single day. Super stressful, okay? What I really like about macros is it changes your perspective because you're looking at food like, okay, this is actually fuel for my body, and it helps me be active, it helps me function on the daily, and it's actually kind of fun because you set these macro goals for yourself to reach, and it can be a lot harder than you think, only because typically you are not eating as much as you should be, typically. And you see that clearly when you break down your calories into macros, right? So you just categorize. So, that's all it is, you guys. It's just different ways of counting, but counting macros is counting calories, and counting calories is inadvertently counting macros, okay? They work together. All it is let's say someone has, you know, their goal, like for example, right now in my maintenance, my macro goals, I'm at like 200 grams of protein and carbs and like 80 grams of fat, okay? That's just me personally. Everybody's different, okay? Depending on your body type, your goals, all the stuff. But all those grams multiplied by calories, okay, added up, it equals like 2,200 calories. So if I just aim to like reach my macro goals, my calories will equal those. Okay, does that make sense? So it's really not that complicated. And I'm going to show you guys, I'm just going to run through an old my FitnessPal entry, and I'll just kind of show you guys you know, how you add things in. If you guys are writing all this down on paper, like adding up your macros and stuff, then oh my goodness, I can understand why that's overwhelming. My FitnessPal, you guys, helps so much, okay? You can do the premium. It's not free, but it's not that expensive. And in order to do macros, I think you have to have premium. But it helps so much. I'll show you guys an old entry of mine, and then hopefully it just makes sense after that. Okay, cool. So honestly, you guys, here's just a blank slate from my FitnessPal. I honestly don't even remember this is like way back in November or something, October. I don't remember the last time that I have done this super actively counting macros. Okay. It's just not one of my goals right now. So, also I've done this for a long time as far as counting macros. So it's easy enough for me to know what I'm eating without like actively entering it into my FitnessPal. But if you are just getting started counting macros, I really do highly recommend using either my FitnessPal or any app that you like. Yeah. Okay, sorry with the ums. Also, disclaimer, you guys, these numbers are for me, right? This is for my body, my goals, all this stuff. So I don't want you to just be like, well, she does this, so I'm going to do this. No, everyone's different, and you should calculate them to make sure that you are getting what you need for your body, for your goals, okay? But I just want to show you this because it's just another way that I can help it make more sense. Okay, so like I said, blank slate. I'm just going to enter something in here, you guys, that I would typically eat. Okay, well, I wouldn't normally eat that for breakfast, but I'll put it in. Okay, you guys, Honey Nut Cheerios, love them, eat them like every day. Let's just say I have 1 cup, okay? Look, you guys, you adjust the servings, the number of servings, and it breaks it down for you. It tells you how many calories and where the calories are coming from, okay? So let's just say I have that. So I just check that here. I add it. It adds it for me up here, okay? So it counts down. It tells you how many more macros you have of each one, where you're at calorically, okay? Because all of those together equal that big number right there in calories, okay? So literally, it's one of the easiest things you can do. The only thing that is sometimes annoying you guys is just knowing how much of something is a serving, right? But don't stress it. Don't buy a scale. Just do your best, okay? Get close. I never weighed my food, okay? I would measure it sometimes to have like a good idea of what we were looking at here, but I highly would recommend not worrying about it that much. Okay, so I'll leave it at that, you guys. That's literally, macros are so simple. It can take a little like minute, some practice, some consistency to like get the idea. But I will say I am biased to counting macros versus calories, but in the end, it really is whatever you prefer, what works for you. And yeah, so hopefully that helped you guys. But with that being said, Becca is just about home, so I'm gonna get ready to go work out, and we'll share with you guys what we're doing. Squat day. So hopefully it goes well. All right, I'll see you guys in a bit. It's me. You've just been seeing Anna in this video. I was working today, but I'm here. We just finished that killer leg day workout. I was so frustrated because our camera, like, I don't know, it just messed up and it didn't get, we PR'd. So we PR'd our squat, which is like always exciting, right? Yeah, I told Anna, I don't know why, but I usually PR when I'm about to do a workout that I'm super nervous about or that I like seriously dread. For whatever reason, my body's like, well, hey, we're gonna PR. So it's fine with me, but it is kind of weird. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much what our workout looked like for the day. That's what the Anna's grocery haul was. Hopefully you guys found that a little bit helpful, along with her chatting with you about macros and calories. So if you guys did like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel. We love having you here. So we'll see you in the next video.